Good morning, everybody. We're going to be opening up 2 Corinthians chapter 5. And for all those mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. So, 2 Corinthians 5, starting verse 6, it says, "Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and present with the Lord." We walk by faith, not by sight. You know, we preach and we say and we know that for by grace are we saved, through faith it is a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. We're saved by grace, right? Like that is a very important part of what we believe. There's nothing I can do that is worthy of salvation. There's nothing that I can personally do that is worthy of what Christ did on that cross. Baptism, that's not worthy of that sacrifice. Doing so many Hail Marys, it's not worthy of that sacrifice. Giving so much money, it's not worthy. All the actions, all the things I could do don't make me worthy of what Christ did on that cross. All the good deeds, all the acts of kindness wouldn't be worthy. But His grace made me worthy. His grace is sufficient for me. Yet we also see Paul say that you say that you're saved by grace, but I'm going to show you my faith. Like, you can tell me you have faith, but I'm going to show you my faith. There are going to be works to back up the faith that I have. Because even though I'm saved by grace, my works do show others who Christ is. You know, he also said that, you know, our flesh is always at war with the Spirit. And it's a hard thing to get really around, that this body, this flesh, has the desires of the world, that we have the desires to do things in which we know we shouldn't. This body wins out a lot of the times, doesn't it? You know, supposedly it was Daniela who started turning this on. We've been starting to watch My 600-Pound Life. That is a crazy show. These people have a lot of issues. They have a lot of problems, a lot of things that they have to overcome to get to a place in which they're good. They have let legitimately their body control their life to the point where they are bedridden because of their weight. And they can't break the cycle. But that's just a single sin, right? The act of gluttony, that's just a single action that the flesh can overcome. There are many other things that the scriptures tell us that are sinful. You know, the scriptures say that if a man lusteth after a woman with his heart, that he's already committed the act of adultery. It doesn't take the physical action. It's easy to sin, for he who knows what is right and does it not, to him it is sin. How many times do we do the thing that we know is wrong? Probably more than any of us would like to admit. We're not going to be perfect. That's why it takes the grace of God to save us. That's why it can't be of works. But that doesn't mean we should give up. That doesn't mean that we should let the flesh have its will because, you know, it's going to end sooner or later. It means we should constantly strive for the betterment and the honor and glory of God. That Him in our life, it's not the glory of ourselves that we're working for. It's not the works that we do is not for our own honor and glory, but that God's honor and glory can shine through. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Are we walking in that faith today? Are we allowing Christ to have his will in our life? Are we allowing him to have that place of leading us step by step along the way? Or are we allowing the flesh to win out yet again? Our prayer today is that everyone listening will allow Christ to have that place in their life, that as we go through the lessons, the songs, the sermon, that our connection with God will grow stronger and that we can step out into the world, step out into this place of the flesh and overcome those desires, overcome the willingness to just give in and walk by faith. Walk in faith. Allow God to have his place in our lives. As we go to the Lord in word of prayer. Lord.
I've been stacking up the years I spent trading punches with the enemy. Built myself a double thick stone tower, lies higher than the eye can see. Trapped in my flesh and bone.